sighted! Enemy sighted!
Take this! I saw you peeping on me! No. So what the hell's this meant to be? The Ragnade S. I have no idea. Anyway. Ah, itchy. Yeah. One take. Give me one take. Okay. That's a bit better. Okay. So the big thing here is I want to make sure they're not all bunched up. Just because that tank does do AoE. In the current phase. Yeah, pink that tank to death. Pink it! Pink! Pink, 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 blink, blink, blink. Okay, I was about to be like, oh no. And that's why I wanted them spread out. Oh, I didn't actually crouch him. Oh. Oh my god, he got a headshot. Okay, Captain Obvious. Good work. Oh, damn. Oh, okay, so that's less an objective and more... Is it like they give an extra CP or something? About Ragnade. Small amount of damage is healed at the start of each player phase. Sometimes a unit that has suffered heavy damage needs help to arrive faster. They need Ragnade. Yet another product of Ragnite ore. Ragnade combines healing and antibiotic properties into a single medical package. Select it with the X button, then press the right bumper and select the target. Place the crosshairs on a nearby ally to heal them, or place them on no one to use this handy item to heal yourself. Well, there you go.
Moving out!
Excellent. You have to be a little careful because that tank is doing a lot of... Holy shit. Fucking tank, man. Actually, how long did I even need to survive? Is probably the most important question. I completely didn't pay attention to that. Now, I also blame the game for that one. Simply because the only reason I selected that unit at all was to use the Ragnade,
If this keeps up...
Oh, she's so dead.
Please hit.
They're gonna move the other one up and she's gonna die. What? Or is she... Does she have a little bit of bullshit invincibility right now? Is that what happened there? Welkin has arrived!
Here we go!
The tank should be able to breach that wall. It may provide us with a shortcut, Welks.
All right, let's give it a shot. Hang in there, Alicia.
About tanks. Tanks possess firepower and endurance far beyond that of foot soldiers. They are able to deflect nearly all gunfire from enemy foot soldiers. This makes them a solid wall for your own ground units to hide behind. Unlike ground units, however, tanks do not recover a portion of their lost HP each turn. Tanks also consume 2 CP when selected in command mode. Relying too heavily on tanks in battle will quickly lead to a fatal shortage of CP. Additionally, tanks require AP to turn, so take care to plan ahead which direction you would like to face at the end of the turn. Okay, cool.
Enemy sighted! Oh, it's a tank! It's a galleon tank! Alicia!
Welkin, you have a tank?
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
Talking is not a free
Enemy
action.
tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
All right, let's go take it down.
About attacking with a tank. Tanks have 3 major means of attack: anti-armor, explosive mortar, mounted machine gun. Anti-armor shells are effective against enemies covered in hard armor, such as tanks. Explosive mortars will hit a broad area, with a Ragnite blast ideal against ground units. Mortars travel along an arc, aim for the center of multiple foes for major results, but be aware that ammunition is limited. The machine gun is best suited to striking enemies that are too close for the mortar and is used to intercept incoming enemies. X to switch between weapons.
Now!
About tanks HP. Tanks have 2 separate HP totals: body HP and tread HP. Attacks to the tank's body and main cannon will reduce body HP, while blows to the treads will reduce tread HP. If body is reduced to 0, tank is destroyed. If tread reaches 0, AP is drastically cut. It is easier to deal with damage to the treads than to the body. It is easier to deal damage to the treads than to the body, even with grenades. Halting a tank before taking it out at your leisure may be a strategy that's both safe and sensible. The glowing blue radiator plate at the tank's rear is its weak point, where even standard bullets can do reasonable damage. Try to get behind enemy tanks for a chance to take them down while being careful not to expose your own rear to hostile fire.
Entering combat! Fire!
I think I have Yeah, I have
Here
enough
we
for like
go.
a couple more. Let's just make it nice and easy not to miss, shall we?
Now.
There we go, operation complete.
Yes, we stopped it. Nice work, Ys.
Woohoo! Now you're my hero, Welkin.
The Imperials are running off for now. Looks like we bought some time at least.
Welks! Welks! It's a boy! Martha had a boy!
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
As I said, I was born in a fucking tank.
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
Good.
Oh, well.
That's fantastic.
There we go.
Now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
I have no idea what that rank is. I'm assuming it's bad, though. Is that a H? An L? An E? I don't know. The episode has been added. I should have saved, but considering this is probably just going to be a cutscene, I'll save at the end.
2 hours after the first shots were fired, Brule was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, the raid on Brule would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle and begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
Alicia.
I thought I would be ready for this. I knew war meant this might happen. It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
I'm going to keep
We
my
look at those
opinion of
birds
that
and
to
see how
myself.
wild and free they are. But they all have their own territories. If anything threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it. People are animals too. We do what we have to, when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
That's why I'm so into studying natural science. That coexistence. I want to know how it works. If we could figure that out, mankind could put it to use for our own survival. That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children. I mean, even if we can't completely eliminate war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
You think so?
Welks, look. Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia?
Oh, he's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us.
She just steals the kid and is like, I'm the babysitter now.
That's your hometown.
What the fuck, Welks?
Someday, he'll come back home again.
You
Yes.
see this bombed out ruin? That's your town.
Someday soon.
What the
I know
fuck? Holy shit, Welks.
Chapter 3: Vassal Urban Warfare.
New episode has been added.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border.
Do I need to do something or okay?
Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession. Bruhl's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees.
Okay, like the silence at the end there before it continues is like bordering on awkward. Like,
Randgries, Gallia's capital, a town secure and stable since ancient times. Within its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's
Unicorn
princess.
Spire, really? I approve.
Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription.
Cool.
Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country.
That was a bit of a tangent swap, I will admit. Here's the princess's name.
Conflict with the East
Also,
grew worse. Both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
Unicorn Spire, princess's name. Also, drafting. Like, oh, okay.
So these are my new digs. Oh, my uniform. I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now.
Nerd!
Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
I mean,
Welkin? Can I come in?
flares just seem like a fun thing to have in general.
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually. So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
Let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
I give you a gold star for wearing clothes. Hells yeah. You did it!
Really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No way. That plating on the back? It's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
I don't even need to say anything there. Like, this is like fatal damage to yourself. I don't even need to assist.
Colio what? And did you just say beetle? Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle, king of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
I mean, admittedly, he does have a point. A rhinoceros beetle is a, especially if you're like going into combat, like.
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very Welkin sort of compliment.
Yes.
Tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking.
Really? Really? A fucking bread pun?
I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
A fucking bread pun.
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain now.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Come in. Excuse me, ma'am. Galleon Militia Enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia Enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Ma'am!
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am!
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yep. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other.
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today, but you still have time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randgrees. They'll be your new home, so get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
Okay, so two things there. Two things. First, I was like, why the fuck would they just randomly promote him? And then my brain was like, hey buddy, they've enlisted. Like they had a mandatory draft, so they would have done military service already. They've already got records for them. So them being promoted makes sense because now they're officially in the army. So that was just kind of a thought that I said for no reason. But no, that Faldio guy. Why is my rat sense tingling when it comes to him? Like maybe I'm paranoid, but I am paranoid, by the way. But yeah, my rat sense is screaming at me when Faldio, whatever the fuck his name is, came up. Likes Alicia, Juno, and Audrey. Aim C. Okay. How the hell is her aim C? Okay. Hametsu BD1 likes Welkin, Noise, Dallas? Likes Largo and Cherry. Likes Rosie, Hans, and John. Last suit, combat suit. Okay, so her aim is worse. She's a shock trooper, so I'm assuming that means, like, machine gun. Or SMG. And he's Lancer, so I have no idea what the fuck that means. Heavier, I'm assuming? I could probably click on them. Actually, hold up. Let's go back and see if I can click on them. Okay, so I was hoping I could get like a description. I can't, so oh well. Squad 7.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. Welcome. This is the command room. Use it to structure your squad. You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it? I'll explain how this works. This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talents. I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear. First off, you have the scouts. Just like the name suggests, they'll be your eyes. Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel, then make it back safely. That, and a keen eye for enemies. A good scout can spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards. That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out. Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up. They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcomings.
So the all-rounders.
Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant. After them, we have Lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets.
Okay, so slight mess up with the VA there. We have Lancers, then... No, V. Okay, but yes. Oh, right, yeah, like the guys in the cutscene.
Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank. They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback. Changing gears, we have the engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support. They can restock other units' ammunitions, treat the wounded, even repair tanks on site. They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it. Their actual combat skills are very low. Think of them as combat facilitators. Lastly, we have the snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance. You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for. That should cover the basics. Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you can swap units at any time.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna pause it there for just... Okay. Okay. You just came in, miss. And now you're wanting to leave? Really? Oh my god. Oh, hold on. Ugh. Okay. Okay, same deal, standing in grassy fields. Allies of the same class. Oof. So that's a bit of an oof. I'm not sure whether Meadow would actually come in a lot. Especially since their defense is already low, I'm not sure it overly matters. Same deal. Okay, hold up. Is there any reason I would want to use her over him? Like, she has a flat demerit here. Meadow Bright is the same, but she needs another sniper nearby. For him, plus to accuracy, plus to accuracy.
Hey, I'm Oscar Baylor. Thanks for taking me on board.
I'm not sure why I'd want to take... Like, of the two, it seems Oscar is just kind of better.